So this video exists because a few weeks ago I was invited to the private beta of the world's first AI design agent. And so I took that opportunity happily and I went and brought some crazy business ideas, some futuristic ideas to life with AI, and then went and tested them in the real world markets in this video. And then I share those results with you guys, so maybe you can find your next business idea in a video like this. And just a few days ago, that platform, Lovart, came out of its beta to over 100,000 people on their waitlist.
Just an editor's note here, I misspoke. That was 100,000 users they added to the waitlist in just 5 days, and they're up to nearly 1 million users now,
including many of you from the last video. And in the last video, I also mentioned a forum where you guys could go and submit your product ideas, whether crazy, futuristic, or whatever they may be, to test them in a future video. And this is that video. So I took ideas from you. I also went and asked my friends for business ideas of theirs. And so we'll be running expanded real world tests of all of these ideas, in addition to more design assets for the ads, for the brand, and for these business ideas from Lovart. Now you'll see Lovart's platform and agent used throughout this video, but if you didn't see the last one, Lovart is an AI-powered design platform and agent that supports and automates your entire design workflow from ideation to professional grade delivery. So if you want to follow along with this video, you can actually check them out right now. They're out of private beta by going to the link in the description. So I want to briefly share some updates and improvements from the beta to now the public version. So first, you can move and resize and replace any element inside an AI generated visual without starting over and having to re-render an entire image. Number two, you can turn a single script into a music video, podcast, ad, or cinematic clip with agentic auto edits. And for three, you can talk in plain English and explain whatever you want to Lovart, to the agent, and it will convert your ideas into multiple previewable style variants. And number four, I said this prior, but again, you can mix and match all of the leading AI models like GPT, VO3, and Suno to create personalized model workflows in a sense that match your needs and design creations. And finally, you can export in layered or flat formats for direct commercial use or integration into Figma, Photoshop, web pages, and a whole lot more. You can go join the 100,000 plus people from over 70 countries that just got access to Lovart by going to the link in the description or lovart.ai. So go explore lovart.ai and start vibe designing now. And that said, let's go get into it.
Hey y'all, good morning. So I'm in Lake Garda with my girlfriend. Let's see if we can get a little bit of the view there. So enjoying the coffee, we're just here for a few days. And that said, I'm not just gonna show you the products like in the last video, I'm gonna pitch you. So consider this the AI product YouTube edition of Shark Tank. Now, everything you're about to see is created by Lovart. I'm going to show you videos and photos of these different products. And also, we'll put a logo somewhere up here. That's going to be the brand that was created for us also by Lovart. So we got a full brand set and a logo, colors, typography, all of that. So you'll see the brand and then also photos and videos, all of which is 100% one-shotted with AI through Lovart. So we have 4 products. I'm going to save the best for last. And for number one, imagine you run a bar or a nightclub. And what do people go there for? For the experience, right? For the high, not the literal high, hopefully, but that moment where you can forget about all your problems. You're out of your body and your head. You're just in the moment, experiencing things, feeling the music and the people. But what does it take to put that experience together for the owners of these clubs, of the bars? You have to pay musicians or DJs, you have to have light people and technicians. There's a lot of work and money that goes into all of this. So what if it could be done for you? What if you could press one button and you could have the best DJ in the world who delivers that experience to all of your patrons 24/7. That is product number one, an AI DJ. This thing is going to understand the reaction of the crowd. It's trained on the best DJs of all time, and it ties into your light and your smoke systems, anything you have, it'll tie into that, so it syncs the music with all of that and creates the best experience, world-class, nightclub, bar, DJ experiences for anyone there. And imagine how much money that saves you. Now you buy a few $1,000 AI system instead of having to pay someone $100,000+ a year, plus a technician and so on. I think people are going to kill for that one. That said, number 2 is something that has been on the collective society's mind for a long time now. You've seen it in movies and books, and it sounds like the most epic, although dystopian or perhaps utopian thing ever. And so the metaverse and VR, right, it's been hyped up for a long time. Imagine you could feel things, right? Imagine you could be in virtual worlds and you could actually feel and experience sensations. And what's the tech that can get us there? Haptic suits, right? A suit, so gloves, then also physically think of like a wetsuit. You can see that right here, where you can actually feel things that are connected to the virtual world that you're seeing. And so as VR and AR gets better, you merge it with this and you have a simulated world that you can actually experience and feel and touch in. Obviously a big sell for a lot of reasons for a lot of people. And so everyone has thought of it at some point or another, right? Like Ready Player One. But we're going to put it to the test and see if people actually want this. Okay, now number 3, this is my personal favorite by far. So imagine back to when you were a young student in grade school, or maybe that's you right now. And you have yet another lesson from your history teacher where they're standing up front and they're just lecturing you and giving you dates. You don't remember any of it, you fail the test, you're bored, it kind of all sucks, your parents want you to do better, it's not a good experience. Let's fast forward to now. Let's say you own an apartment or a home and you want entertainment, right? You can play video games, you can watch something on your TV or your computer, but what if you could level that experience up by not just make it 30% better, 50%, but by a factory magnitude of 10 or 20 times better? And not just schools and personal entertainment. What if you could have a gym experience where you're not just on a little stairmaster walker where you're seeing kind of the track you're climbing up, but you're in that world, you're immersed in it? There's also a lot more use cases. You can see that right here. And all of that is possible with immersive rooms. So imagine a room, but the whole thing's a screen with surround sound, and you can experience things and history and lessons and workouts and entertainment in a immersive fashion that has not been possible before. I just think there's so many use cases here, and it is pretty technically feasible. Currently, these things are limited to experiences or museums and kind of cities around the world, but if someone made this available for cheaper and it worked, there's a whole host of industries that could be transformed by this. Now, number 4, kind of similar vein here, this is digital desks for schools. The world is changing. Technology makes people better. That has been scientifically proven in study after study. So what if we brought technology and AI and modern education to schools with digital desks? So the desks themselves are actual devices, and you can always turn them off if you don't want technology sometimes in the classroom. But imagine the costs this saves schools and having to buy other kinds of technology for their students, and more so the productivity gains. You're talking students learn faster, learn better, learn more. You're talking more interactive lessons, easier interaction with online, say, test systems, a whole host of improvements that you could get with these digital integrated, these screen desks. So now we're going to take all of those graphics that were just created, we're going to plug them into Google Ads along with text, so headlines and descriptions and call to actions, to let the market tell us what it wants. Now I wanted to show you as well a little demo of what this actually looks like in Lovart. So you can see I just said create images of an immersive room with all digital screens for walls. And then just said, I want you to create a commercial, use case shots, images for ads, and the whole 9 yards there. It goes through, it creates this smart plan, and then it just goes step by step and it executes that plan. And then I delete a few that I don't like, I keep all the ones I do. And then I also say, just come up with aesthetic video demos. It starts on those videos using all kinds of different AI models and then goes through and creates the ads. So you can see what was created, for example, some of what you saw already here. Under videos, we have these 4 videos, images right here, a whole host of different images, ad images. So this just has copy or sales text over the images. And then right down here, we have the brand that was created. So the different logos, the typography, and then even an app.
And what's really cool is you can see the different models that were created. So this was ChatGPT image, but then if we scroll somewhere else, you'll see Kling video generation, for example. And if you want to change those models, you can click right here, model preferences, and you can select all of the top models that you want to use either for 3D design, video, or image. Okay, now for the ad setup, I created Performance Max campaigns in Google and one for each product. And these are basically campaigns where Google will use AI to figure out what kind of ads for your product work the best based on what you give it, and then go and test that everywhere that Google can show ads. So that's YouTube, Google search, display, email, the whole spectrum of Google products and services. Then I created one asset group per Performance Max campaign. So you can see right here, you set up the assets. So I have 18 images in this one logo, 3 headlines, 1 long headline, and 2 descriptions. And then you set up signals, and signals include search themes. And these are things that people could search for to potentially be interested in your product. And then also the audience signal. And this is things about the customers that you're trying to reach, like how old they are, their gender, and their interests. So we set one of those up, so one asset group per Performance Max per product. And with that done, we're ready to launch. Okay, y'all, so it's been a few days and results are now in. We can jump into my computer and take a look at those. Now I want to note first, the true test of a ad funnel or system is the net CAC, or the cost to acquire a customer. And so numbers can be deceiving at any individual stage in that funnel. For example, you could have a very engaging ad where it has a very high click-through rate, but those click-throughs to your landing page may not convert into actual customers. And so a $2 cost per click or a 30% click-through rate, whatever the numbers are, may not represent a lower net cost to acquire a closed-won deal or a sale versus something that is more targeted but has less engagement. Or vice versa, you just don't know unless you're tracking every stage in that system. And so we're going to look at which product won in terms of the engagement and the click-through rates. But what I'm also going to show you is the top combinations. And what that means is the elements that were put together. So the headlines, the descriptions, the creatives. And that way you get an idea of what angle kind of best sells or best engages users with the product. So the only way to fully test these things is to go and try and sell the real product and close people. But this is still good information up to that point of having the product or service and fully selling it. It's like they say, you can't fake your way around reality. Reality is the ultimate litmus test. And in my opinion, if you make any of these, that's a unicorn in the making. It's more about the tech. So go and do it. That said, about 150,000 people have seen our ads in the last few days. And in terms of the average conversion rate, the lowest ranking, number 4 out of 4 product came in at roughly a 40% conversion rate. And the best one came in at an 80% conversion rate. And that's a metric kind of how engaged people are who you think are interested in the ads. So we chose certain audiences for these ads, and a higher conversion rate means more of those people per the algorithm, per Google kind of doing its ad work and magic in the background, are interested in our product. So coming in at number 4, the lowest rated was the haptic suit. This one surprised me a little bit because it is a very visual thing and I feel like a lot of people know about it, but maybe the thing here is people just don't believe it because it's being so hyped up in movies and in culture for so long that maybe people see that and are like, there's no way that's real because I would have heard about this. Coming in at number 3 were the digital desks. This makes sense. This would definitely be a product that you would sell direct to schools and in a more B2B to traditional outbound sense. But it is pretty cool tech and it did beat out haptic suits. Now, number 2, my personal favorite was the immersive rooms. And I really like this idea. I think this could technically be feasible. And there's so many use cases for it. There's the school system, there's personal entertainment, therapy, there's in gyms, there's all kinds of stuff you could do with this. And so this had the second best conversion rate, but also the lowest cost per conversion by over 40%. So that means there was less interest than product number 1, which I'll get to in a second, but that interest came at a much lower cost. And in a second, when I go over the top combination, I think you'll find that interesting as well. That said, number 1, the best performing and converting product was the AI DJ. I think that makes sense. It's visual, it's cool, and the ads and graphics that were created are epic. It was also one of the most expensive in terms of the cost per conversion, but again, a lot of people are interested in this. And you're talking 80% of people that were shown this ad clicked through and converted. So this was the final ranking. Now let's jump into the top performing combination of elements. So these are the actual ads that people saw who clicked through on the ads. Now for the haptic suits, this was interesting. The headline was Touch the Metaverse, and description was also very gaming focused. And by that I mean the SDK for Unity and Unreal, you have to be in the gaming world to know what those words mean. But that was the best performing copy. So that signifies to me that the algorithm, or Google in this sense, was showing the ads to gamers because it determined that those people were most likely to click through. For number 3, it turns out that the school use case won out and was most engaging. So the headline was Interactive Learning Desks, and the description was transform classrooms, get funding, ready quotes and pilot kits, empower students to learn by doing, boost engagement with touch-enabled desks that make STEM lessons hands-on. And I think what would be a really cool final test of this would just be to cold call the school or the school networks and then just say, hey, would you be interested in this? And I think that would get you really quickly, right? Like a few hours of cold calling information about whether you could get those pre-orders that could convert into revenue if you actually created this. Now for the rooms, there wasn't any clear use case for it that won out. The headline was schedule your room demo, and I think that's very appealing in and of itself because it's the experience of it combined with the graphic. And the description was 360-degree immersive rooms, switch therapy seascapes to history field trips with one tap, no headsets needed. So again, that appeals to a more general audience versus just therapy, just gyms, just teachers. And so that's interesting because that outperformed any of those individual ad or ad combinations. Now, number 1, our top ad out of hundreds that were tested. The headline was AI Feel the Vibe, and the description was adaptive club sound, sync lights and visuals automatically, keep bar sales and hearts pumping, real-time track mixing that reads the room and never misses the drop. Now, this to me feels more focused on that commercial B2B side, right? It's like keep bar sales and hearts pumping. So that to me signifies that there is commercial interest in here, and that also could explain the higher cost per conversion. But the fact that we paid more to reach a professional audience that maybe owns or is involved in bars, and there was a really high conversion rate there, that sounds good. That sounds like there's a lot of interest in this, and you could also verify that by just calling these people or doing a cold email campaign to further assess the interest. So this copy is yours. If you want to go build this or you want to test these ads yourself, 100% use this exact copy. If you actually commit to this, let me know, send me an email, that's in the description, and I will send you all of the copy that we used to the best and the worst combinations. That said, again, we did all of this with Lovart, all of the awesome graphics and creatives and videos. They go live on July 23rd, so if this is after the date, go try them right now, and you can join the 100,000 plus people who are waiting for Lovart to launch. And we could make this into a series. We could take these products and actually try to bring them to life or turn them into a real business. If you want to see it happen, drop a like and subscribe. And that said, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.